Good afternoon, Tiegerman parents, families, friends, and of course to our beloved students if you're watching, greetings. My name is Dr. Jeremy Tiegerman. I am the director of Tiegerman Schools. I'm coming to you today from my office. Today is Friday, July 10th, 2020, and this is the next portion of our series of videos called the State of the Union. I hope you are all able to celebrate July 4th and that our families, students, and staff were able to enjoy a much-deserved week off. We are now back for our 30-day summer session that started on Monday, July 6th, and it will run through Friday, August 14th. There is a tremendous amount of work that we need to get accomplished before September. I will be utilizing the State of the Union as an information resource for our families, students, and staff. Please do the best that you can to check into these videos because there will be a lot that we will be going over. In addition to the Tiegerman Times live interview we hold, I will focus on one particular topic a week relating to reopening. We must start our planning now. As always, I want to thank all of our frontline and essential workers for all that you're doing to help keep us safe. We applaud and appreciate all that you are doing. I also want to thank our parents, families, students, and of course our staff for all that you are doing and all that you have done to make remote instruction operate as best as possible. At Tiegerman, we strive to do better always, and I encourage all of our stakeholders, our parents, families, friends, students, and our staff to provide us with your feedback. We appreciate the good stuff, and we know that we have to sometimes get feedback that requires us to look at ourselves and do better. So we really appreciate that too. So please, if you have any thoughts and feelings on things, please forward your comments to us at social@tiegerman.org. Let's jump right into reopening. That's the top item of concern for most of us at this point in time. Since March, we have talked about the possibility of returning to physical space, and it appears that it will be happening in September. However, it is looking increasingly more likely that it will not resemble what we have been used to in the past. Several things I want you all to know first. Nothing is set in stone. Protocols, plans, they change daily. And whatever I share with you today may be ancient news tomorrow. What I can tell you today, though, is that New York City Department of Education released a reopening plan several days ago with some interesting information. First interesting item was that it mentioned that instruction face-to-face in September will most likely be blended or hybrid. Just to remind all of you, and we've discussed this here before, a hybrid program involves alternating days for students in physical space and in remote in order to reduce population density. Several different types of hybrid programs were provided for review. In addition, the document indicated that should a parent decide to opt out in-person instruction and remain in remote, they can do so. As I have told you many times, the Department of Education does not direct us. We are governed by the New York State Education Department. However, we do believe that once NYSED puts out guidance for reopening, it may somewhat mirror what the DOE's reopening guidance document looked like. So what does this mean for all of us? Well, I believe that the New York State Education Department will be releasing guidance for reopening early next week. They originally had announced that it would be Monday, July 13th. Breaking news, I just received it a couple seconds ago. It looks like it won't be the 13th. They're going to meet on the 13th, but they will have guidance some point early next week. This then sets into motion certain important dates with very little time. The governor has charged every school in New York State to release or to submit their reopening plans to the State Education Department by Friday, July 31st. Lucky for us, our reopening plans will require some minor tweaking based on the fact that we've been working on them with our building task force committees since early June. We will get to our transition plans in a moment. Following submission of the reopening plans to the State Education Department, the governor has indicated that the decision on September reopenings will be made by August 1st, between August 1st and August 7th. So it's not a lot of time, and we have a lot of work to do. I want you all to know, though, that we are ready for this challenge and have already accomplished a great deal of preparatory work. You have heard me talk over and over and over to you about our transition plans, our plans for hybrid program in September, and our task force teams. The task force teams submitted their building transition plans to me this morning, submitted to me, to Dr. T, and to Dr. Radzowitz. We will review them over this weekend. I anticipate that I will have information for our families and our staff regarding our transition building plans during our next State of the Union, Friday, July 17th. This will give us time to review what our task force teams have submitted to us, as well as to review if there are any other important guidance or information from this State Education Department that we anticipate this upcoming week. Once I share the information with all of you, at some point the following week, your building transition plans will be forwarded in hard copy format to all of you for review. This will be during the week of July the 20th. Please remember, we must submit our finalized plans to the State Education Department by Friday, July 31st. So you will have the opportunity to review the plan and forward your feedback to your building administrator. We will do the best that we can to review all of your feedback and try to integrate your ideas into the transition plans should we determine that your feedback is appropriate and necessary. Thank you again for all of your feedback and input. Your feedback and input will have a great impact on the health and safety of our students and our staff. Development department updates, okay? Upcoming game night, which is July 10th, which is tonight, is at 8 p.m. Bingo, Thursday, July 16th at 5 p.m. Puzzle break, escape the room, July 24th at 8 p.m. Tiegerman Community Services, TCS Bingo, July 27th at 6 p.m. And lastly, the annual Tiegerman Golf Outing is scheduled for August 27th. Registration and information for all of these events can be found and can be completed online at tiegerman.org/virtual. Building updates. Mrs. Karen Katzman from Tiegerman Preschool Elementary School wanted me to alert all of our students and their families. Friday theme days will be taking place during the summer, and they are as follows: Red and White and Blue Day, Pirates and Princesses Day, Superhero Day, Wacky Hair Day, Make Your Own Creation Day, Virtual Science Day, and August 4th will be Virtual Field Day. Please check with your building team leaders, your teachers, your administrators for more information regarding the Friday theme days. Our principal at the Tiegerman Middle School, Ms. Kristen Lyons, wanted me to alert you that each week at 3 p.m. we'll be having the following events: Music Mondays, Mr. Zolli and Mrs. Levy; Trivia Tuesdays, Mr. Eagleman and Mrs. Levy; Workout Wednesdays, Mr. Brown, Miss Cosmodelis, Miss Pelez, Mr. Guilfoyle, and Mr. Simon. And then, of course, Throwback Thursdays by Mr. Mamina. Tiegerman High School, overseen by Miss Lauren Leonardi. She wanted me to let you know that the high school will be having virtual events. July 17th will be the Tiegerman Middle School Alumni Day. July 24th will be the Virtual Science Fair. July 31st will be the Dance-a-thon fundraiser. August 5th, Knights of Excellence Award. August 7th, the Virtual Art Show. August 10th through 15th will be Spirit Week and Field Day. And like the middle school, the high school, and Tiegerman School at Woodside will be participating in the following daily events during the summer session. Monday, Music Mondays. Tuesdays, Trivia Tuesdays. Wednesday, Workout Wednesday. Thursday, Throwback Thursday movies. And Friday, organizational-wide virtual events. As I previously mentioned to you, in order to prepare our students and our staff for our reopening in September, we are going to be focusing on one particular topic related to reopening per week in the State of the Union. This week will relate to students wearing masks. I recognize that this is a major hot button topic for some of us and will be challenging for our students and our staff. While guidance does not exist yet that students must wear masks to school, the research shows that wearing personal protective gear reduces the spread of COVID-19. There will be many challenging issues that we will have to address relating to a student's willingness to wear the PPE or the mask, and even whether they'll be able to physically tolerate wearing it for an extended period of time. That's why we need to have this conversation now, so that we can prepare. The only way students may even consider tolerating wearing a mask is by practicing and preparing to do so. So the question is, I pose to all of you now, what can we do to help our students wear a mask? The following are a few things that you can do to help encourage your child to wear a mask. First, let them pick out masks made from fabric that feature a book, TV, or movie character they like. If they're involved in picking that, in picking what they like to wear or the design of it, they may be more likely to wear it or be interested in practicing wearing it. Have them watch videos on why and how to wear a mask that are aimed towards kids. There's an example on Dear Pandemic Facebook page. So take a look at that if you can find that. Set consistent rules for when and where masks need to be worn and stick to them. Model, parents and families, model good mask wearing behavior for your child. If they see you wearing the mask and communicating the importance of doing it, then they will follow suit most of the time. Offer praise and rewards for good mask compliance. Rewarding our kids will be very, very important in helping them to follow the modeling that you are practicing. And just a reminder for all of our families that masks at this point in time are only recommended for children age 2+ years of age. So I know on our preschool side, we have kids that are around 3, 4, it's going to be challenging for them. And even for our children that are 5 to 21 years of age, it's going to be very, very hard. So this is the guidance or the suggestions that I've done a little bit of research on and that I found. And I think it's good for all of us to have these conversations, to start practicing with our students. I have advised all of our principals that they are to start modeling this in their lessons and instruction on a daily basis in school. You will start seeing this being rolled out this week, whether it be, like I said, in instruction or with our therapists in related services. So it's important for us to talk and to practice wearing them so that we are as best prepared to return to school in September. Now, we have reached the part of the State of the Union that I know that you've all been waiting for. Tiegerman Times Live. We had a brief break over the last couple weeks, but we are ready to go now. Our next guest, I am super excited to have join us here today. Let's see if I can grab him. All right, I was able to grab this very, very next special guest. We're very happy to have him here today with us. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I know who you are, right? But for those who don't know you, what is your name and what grade are you in at Tiegerman?
My name is Jeremy. Can I say my last name or?
Please do.
My name is Jeremy Suero. I was a senior at Tiegerman High School. I graduated recently. I was
Well,
also I was
Jeremy, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but you just graduated, so this is very, very, special, and this is a major congratulations from all of us. And I think you also, had another tremendous accomplishment. What was that?
I was able to become valedictorian of 2020.
That is wonderful. You must be so very, very proud, and your family must be very proud. For our students that don't know what a valedictorian is, what does it mean? And what did it mean to you to receive this great honor?
A valedictorian is one student who went above and beyond in the grades, right?
Hmm.
Like they got all the highest grades out of everybody.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what that means to me is that all my hard work finally gets paid off at the
Mhm.
end. That's what it means to me. And I really appreciate that I can be recognized for my hard work.
Well, you deserved it. You worked so very, very hard, and we all at our school all have all stars. But I remember over the years, you were so very, very talented, outspoken. Worked in our vocational stores. You were a Calvin Klein manager, and I saw many of your performances. You're so talented with the guitar. I wish you can give me some lessons, but we're just so very proud of you, and feel that we were so lucky to have you in our school. Now,
Thank you.
speaking of school, we've not been in school for a real long time. It was really Friday, March the 13th. I feel like that day, we all remember that day. What has
Mm.
it been like for you since you graduated, when you were doing some remote learning?
Oh, the remote learning was fine. It was cool because I can do my work late at night
Hmm.
without, I could take my time.
Yep.
Like I was fine, but it didn't feel the same, Like
Hmm.
I really miss my classmates and my teachers the most. But
Absolutely.
remote learning is fine if you don't have friends. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I can see you're also very talented. You're a comedian. All right, so I guess I kind of know the answer, but if you had to pick, what would you prefer? There are definitely pros to the remote and
Yeah,
pros to being, but if you had to choose, what would you prefer, in school or remote kind of situation?
I would go to in school,
Hmm.
100% in school.
But what do you think that based on the fact that you would prefer to have finished off your school career in school, what do you think you miss the most about being in school?
I just miss seeing my classmates, especially my homeroom and the teachers.
Hmm.
Th- that brought that those moments are gone. I can't like the final months where, you know, graduating,
Yep.
preparing for all that stuff.
Hmm.
The shows
Hmm.
and the working at the Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger stores. Those are gone. You can't get them back.
Hmm.
So
And you
that
missed
really
one
makes me
thing,
sad.
prom. What about prom?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh no,
But
that
didn't
too.
Miss Leonardi indicate? Didn't Are we going to be able to have some things in the future that you could come back to?
I
And I think so.
I believe so. That's what they said, but I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
you see what your
I would
schedule is
come.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind coming back for prom.
we would love to have you back, and you deserve it. You deserve to come back and have that prom. You don't want to miss that. It's an important part of your high school career. When you weren't doing work, Jeremy, at home, what have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
Uh, I've been focusing on I've been working a lot.
Hmm.
I work at I'm like I assist a superintendent of a building, so I do that.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I clean the building, take out
Hmm.
the trash. If
Hmm.
anything, minor problems like clogged toilet or
Hmm.
basic stuff like that, I could do. I can,
I guess it's not too bad. You probably make a couple bucks too.
yeah, so, a
Yeah.
little bit of money.
All right.
I
So, if you could share with our audience, I think that you are definitely one of our most popular students in the high school, but for many of our students in the middle school, in our elementary school, and our Tiegerman School at Woodside who may not know you, is there something that you'd like to share with them that they may not know about you?
I think the number one thing I want to share with them is that I care about my friends and my family more than myself. That
Mhm.
sounds bad when I say it, but it's honestly true. I go the extra mile for them before I do for myself.
Oh,
I care about them so much.
that's really wonderful, and it comes through when I see you. It comes through in your behavior. When I see you, I've seen you speaking many times at the high school, giving talks to the student body, which is your entire class, and you've given some very important presentations. I know when I've been there, and it's really genuine. It comes through, and you're a wonderful guy. So
Thank
I'm going to have one more question, and I'm going to let you go because I know you're super busy. Now that you've graduated, right, and congratulations are in order, what are your plans for the future? Is it looking to go to a further schooling of any sort? Or are you going to go try to find a job? What's in store for you?
Oh, my goal is right now is to become a firefighter.
Hmm.
So because since my cousin's a firefighter, he told me that he only works 2 days, two
Okay.
24-hour shifts. So and my dream is to become a musician. And if I have like a regular job, I can't. Regular jobs are like like they're like the
Sure.
whole week. When you're a fireman, you work 2 days a week. The rest is overtime. So I want to play music and do jobs at the same time.
Well, clearly, I've heard you play before. You are fabulous, and that definitely is in the cards for you going forward. And your personality, you're very outspoken, and you're always there to help others. So I could see, and you got to be very brave to run in some burning
Yeah.
buildings, but I could see how you want to help, others because you really care about others. So, Jeremy, I just want to thank you so much for your time. I want to congratulate you. You are a valedictorian for this year. You will always be written into the history books, Tiegerman 2019, 2020 as our valedictorian, and just wish the best for you. Wish you the best luck, and for you to always come back. Tiegerman is always your home. To always come back, to always come visit, share how you're doing, and if you need anything, please keep in touch. I love the jacket. You take
Thank
care,
you.
buddy. Okay?
You
Thanks so
too.
much.
Bye bye.